injuries? Well, really, it's just going well. It's just the preparation and the small things and the details. I mean, just staying in the playbook and going over things with the guys and building that chemistry builds a lot of confidence, and you're able to perform better when you're prepared for anything because it's almost like you know what's going to happen.
He said that he thought competition has brought the best out of you. Have you felt that since they brought in Cortland too to kind of push you a little bit?
Yeah, I definitely feel like, you know, just him coming in has elevated the competition between almost everybody, not just myself, but even, you know, Dylan coming in and Tanner and Paul. All the guys we're just kind of focused on in the offseason. It was just building that competition and building the camaraderie and making sure that we was elevating off each other and off each other's game.
Did you listen to the doubts that were there in the offseason where people outside the program and use that as motivation, or are you the kind of guy who just blocks all that stuff out?
I mean, I've heard about it and people have told me about it, but I'm the type of person who just blocks it out. I don't really like looking at that stuff, and I don't really care to look at it. I just know for me that I'm just focused on the things that I need to do and do what I can do.
A lot of talk about blocking movement up front. How do you all kind of get that fixed, especially in the run game?
It's just being prepared. Like I said, if we're prepared and we go over the details enough during the week, and we can get the tails out and kind of look at what the defense is giving us to show that to see what's coming, it'll be way easier to handle the movement. Obviously, it's something that we've been harping over and something that we definitely got to improve on. And I think in the last game and previous games this season, we've done pretty good at it. But coming with Florida this week is definitely going to be another test with it. And I think we're prepared with just practicing.
Sounds like Florida's mentality and identity is that D-line up front. Is this kind of a game where you're trying to impose your will, kind of, because you know that's what they're all about?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the battle in the trenches, that's over more than half the game sometimes. I mean, if you can win that battle in the trenches with the guys up front on the offensive line and defensive line, you can expect good outcomes, basically. So, of course, we're all juiced up and, you know, we're getting fired up to play a good defensive line, and we're going to be ready because we know they are too.
In your preparation and watching film for this game, what do you see on tape from those guys over there that they do well, and why they're having some success early on?
Yeah, we see a lot of good size across the board at every position on the D-line, and a lot of guys with some twitchiness, some quickness, some first-step quickness. They can slant across real fast, and some guys heavy-handed. They can snatch you off, get off its blocks real easily and make plays. So, you know, we just got to stay attached to them, make sure we got our details locked in, and we'll be fine with it.
Does the movement up front present a challenge? Have you seen anything similar so far?
Oh yeah, we've definitely seen things similar from teams like Akron and teams like Vanderbilt as well. It's not much different than what other teams does, but they're just a bigger front. They got more guys who can do it, who can make those plays, and we just got to be prepared for it.
Coach Carl was talking earlier about your improvement. Where do you feel like, what's been behind that? Where do you feel like you've improved the most, and what's the reason behind it?
I think it really came down to about 3 different things. Coach bringing in that competition, preparation, just making sure I'm in my details and knowing what I'm doing, and also just the self-confidence. I mean, a lot of the things that I have done well are things that I've done well a lot of the times, but just having the confidence to go out there and do it and not worrying about failing, just worrying about the next play and just getting the job done. I think those 3 things that really helped me elevate my game.
Does it help too that, I mean, they can rotate Cortland in there, give you a series or 2 off? How much does that help keeping you fresh?
I think it's helped a lot. I mean, it's definitely different coming in after sitting out a drive or 2, but I think I'm starting to get used to it, and I think Cortland's pretty used to it, and I'm not angry at it at all. Coach feel like I need that breather, I'll definitely take it. And Cortland's a great player. He can hold his own as well, so I don't think anything's wrong with it at all. I think it's a pretty good idea.
Have you felt the difference in the 4th quarter?
Yeah, I think I have felt the difference. I mean, you just feel like you got your legs up under you a little bit more. Just going through that, the long drives and things like that, you feel like you can get that second wind a little bit faster, and you know it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.